What's going on, people? It's your man, the be back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Pat Flanagan for coming through and boosting up the PayPal coin. So, Chris Eubank Jr., we've got a leaked video for you, man. Right now, ain't no one seen before. His first video evidenced. Words, here we go. He reacts to the fake news put out there. He claps back at the fake, moody knockoff Matchroom Media News. Ah, yes, Conor Benn knocked his head off. Eddie Hearn even a day ago. Yeah, I swear down. It must have been an IFO TV interview or a stomping ground. Oh, yeah, I think this was like Thursday, bear in mind. It's Friday today. It was yesterday's video. Oh, Chris just got out of the hospital today. He was in there for 3 nights. This guy, Eggy, man. Come on, Chris. Yeah? You mugged Eddie off with a bet. You've been mugging him off. And Eddie's out here just... Listen, I get it. The thing is, when you win, yeah? When you win, it's the losers who have to do the most with the narrative. Because they ain't got a bean to show for nothing. What can Eggy Hearn talk about? He can't talk about the fight he won. So he's got to make up these other narratives, these side missions. It's a bit like... Who was it? That was it. Usyk and Fury. Fury's spark out like this. Yeah, and should have been stopped. Listen, if that Liam Cameron versus Whittaker fight was stopped, that fight should have been... Fury, his eyes were crossed over, not defending himself, slumped in the corner. That should have been stopped. The point is, Fury gets punched up by Usyk in the first fight. Fury comes out, I thought I won that fight, and he had a broken jaw. It's like, really? It's just lose. It's like, I lost, but I did the most damage. Obviously not. Obviously not. If his jaw was that broken, it should have been a definitive win for yourself. Just fake news. It's like crazy, man. These losers. Obviously, maybe he's a winner. He made 8 million. Good for him, but he still lost. I'm doing Eubank in 4 rounds. I'm way too ferocious for him. Yeah, he was ferociously skipping around the place. Shadow boxing and shit. That's what he was doing, man. I'll be honest. Conor Benn is a pound for pound shadow boxer. Giving it all the angles and that, like a foot out of range. Come on, people. Anyway, here's the bars from Chris. Bosh.
Have changed.
You went to hospital straight after the fight. Was that just a precaution, or was there something more worrying?
Well, when you get into a fight for 12 rounds, there are injuries that are sustained. I got head-butted above my eye around the middle of the fight. It opened up, and I had to go and have surgery on that. I had to sew it up.
So let's stop there. I said this after the fight. Eubanks, and again, Eggy Hearn's been running with this narrative. Oh man, see Chris Eubanks' face. It was all bloated. He took a brutal beating. Now, since the fight's happened, I speculated before the fight. I've never cut weight before. But Carl Froch, who's cut weight and knows people who cut weight, he referenced Tony Bellew. Tony Bellew, when he was fighting at 175, when you take damage and you're dehydrated, it just causes, I'm not sure of the science why, but it causes bloating in your face. It's almost like your body can't do the normal. Obviously, you get some swelling, but it goes extra because, I don't know how you, I'm not sure of the science, but that's the point. Yeah? You don't need to know the science to have anecdotal evidence. Tony Bellew's face blew up when he was dead at the weight, okay? From taking shots. Eubank's face was bloated from the dehydration and the headbutts. That's what it was. Yeah? Because you best believe, if there was photo evidence, we often see it, they say it. Oh, look at the shot. They showed a shot, and you best believe Matchroom Media HQ, they'd be putting that shot out there. Oh, he slashed his eye and put him in surgery. They haven't got no shot. It was a headbutt, man. You headbutted the guy half to death. That's all the swelling around here was headbutts. Seriously. He didn't land no shots like that. Sorry. Not enough. Yeah? So stop pushing the moody narratives of, you broke his jaw. No, you headbutted his eye open would be a fair thing to say. My name's Conor Benn, and I headbutted his eye open. At least think something happened. Right? Because you didn't break his jaw. Anyway, on the note of the eye situation. Here it is. Took a picture of it. And there's the stitches and whatnot. Operated on. Okay, let's get back to the bars from Chris.
Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn ran away with the story of a broken jaw. You know, there's no broken jaw here. We are strong. Our bones are dense.
Fraser Clark. Oh, that's come on, Chris, man. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris, man. You ain't got to throw shade at Fraser Clark like that. Why is Fraser Clark catching strays, man? Why is Fraser Clark catching strays? Our bones are strong. Oh, Fraser, man. Come on, Chris. Come on, man. Fraser didn't deserve that one. That was months ago, man. You ain't got to do big phrase like that, man. Come on, bro. These bones are strong, Fraser. Oh, that's nuts. That's a violation, man. Come on, Chris. Give it to Eggy. Give it to what's his name? To Hen. Give it to Eggy. Give it to Hen. Don't give it to Fraser. Soft bones, man. That's crazy, people. But that's the point as well. I think I played it. But he said there's no broken jaw here and whacks his jaw. I had some corny dudes in the comments saying, oh, IB. Because bear in mind, the happened, right? Eubank Jr. does an interview. Yeah. And they say, oh. I said, you ain't really speaking too tough. I remember, what's his name? Dave Allen, I think. Did he have a broken jaw against Ortiz? He was like, sounded like Mr. Bean, okay? Chris sounded just like he normally does in that post-fight interview. There's no broken jaw, man. Oh, AB, you can talk with a broken jaw. You might be able to talk. You don't sound the same. It's pain. I've had it before, yeah. What happened? I might have got hit on the jaw. Yeah, and it hurts to chew. Kills to chew. It feels like you're dying. It feels like your mouth's dying. Right? Never mind a broken jaw. That's the truth. So don't come up with no more cap. Oh, yeah, YB, you can talk with a jaw. You break your jaw and you're talking this fast. That's ridiculous, man. The pain. Come on. We've seen people. Look at Fraser Clark, man. Oh, how was he talking? He wasn't saying nothing, man. Stop playing with me. Yeah? Fraser Clark weren't saying nothing when his jaw... Stop making up narratives. If your jaw gets bust, you ain't looking to talk too much. That's a fair assumption to make. Yeah? That's a fair assumption to make. There's nothing wrong with his jaw. It was fake news, and your man Conor Benn got punched up. And in the rest of this interview, I might play a little bit more of it, actually.
Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn ran away with the story of a broken jaw. You know, there's no broken jaw here. We are strong. Our bones are dense. When you're in a fight like that, you have to go to hospital. You have to get tested and looked after. But
it's almost like Chris is having to explain himself as if Conor didn't go there too. So I mean, in the rest of this interview, if you watch it in its entirety, Chris seems... What's the word I'd look for? It's almost like... Transcended's probably the wrong word to use, but it's almost like, I don't know, was he really a big... He was never a rowdy shit talker. He was always poised. I'm trying to think, what big grudge victories has he had though? I can't really think. None really come to mind. Grudge victories. Has he ever been a gloater before? Let me check his resume quickly. When he fought James DeHorse, James DeShot has put James DeGale in. When he fought DeGale, I don't know what happened there. That was a bit of not a grudge, but it was a British blockbuster type thing. But that was so many years ago. I can't remember what happened, how the build-up was like. I think it was beefy before the build-up, but I'm not sure after the fight. But maybe he's never been a big gloater. I mean, not looking necessarily for the gloating. But if there's ever a time to gloat, it's now. And he wasn't doing that. Even when he says about, Eddie's saying broken jaw and whatever else. I'll be putting some extra on there. Yeah? I'll be putting some chili on them bars. But I assume Chris is almost like, I've achieved what I wanted to do. And he even goes on to say, even if I'd lost the fight, the people would have known who was won and it was enough for him. So it's almost like it's one of them spiritual ones for him. But it'll be interesting to see how they build the rematch, and what if Chris is going to maintain this stoic. He's always been quite stoic, but if he's going to maintain it, and as he rose above it all now, as he rose above the egg, bosh, as he rose above the Eggy, you can't speak, man. You can't speak around grown folk, Eggy. You see that one? Yeah. And if I was him, I'd be saying, listen, Eggy, where's my $1 million? Yeah, where's my $1 million that you lost? Oh, maybe. Oh, Chris, Neymar. Never mind Neymar, Conor Benn. Yeah, you got punched up. Never mind Neymar, Eggy Hearns. I want my $1 million. That's what I want. Because you might be talking way too much. That's what you be doing on the internet. And you got in there and you were jumping around, Jack in the Box style. You weren't really, come on, man. Conor Benn weren't really. You would have people like looking at the floor and bowling your hand over as hard as you can. It's like a fake way to have a go. You know them shots aren't really landing 9 times out of 10. Right. You're out of range. Ah! It's like the Hail Marys, desperation. It's not concise violence like they were selling us. It's look at the floor, bash! Really, man, come on. Is that the best you got? Looking at the floor and bash! Winging it over every time, the same shot from about 6 feet out. A lot was promised. Oh, baby, he punched up Beterbiev in sparring. Beterbiev had to fly back to Kazakhstan. Yeah. Beterbiev flew in, but only did 2 rounds and had to fly back to Kazakhstan because Conor Benn put the work on him. And he's apparently, people have told me in Beterbiev's team, after sparring them 2 rounds, well, it wasn't actually 2. He didn't make it to the end of the second round with Conor Benn, but still, after doing them that round and however much of the second round he was in there with, Beterbiev's considering retirement now. I spoke to Beterbiev. He said to me, I didn't feel old with Bivol, but after getting in there with Conor Benn, all the energy and all that other stuff they talk about Conor Benn having, honestly, Conor Benn made Beterbiev feel old, is what Beterbiev and his team are telling me. Yeah, they've never felt old until they got in there for them 2 rounds of Conor Benn, and he sparked him out and made him quit. No, he didn't spark him, but he made him quit. Beterbiev didn't want no more after 2. So all them stories you was telling, but you punched everyone up and they couldn't hang it no more, and then you get in there and you're just winging. That's not. Can someone quit from someone winging a shot? People, these pro boxers, that winging rubbish. You look at the floor and bowl your hand. They don't really catch too many pros like that. I'm sorry. So you have to believe that William Skull was just standing there waiting to get whacked. That's what you have to believe. For Conor Benn to stop someone, from what I saw on Saturday night, you have to believe Conor Benn was whacking these men with them kind of shots. I just don't think pros get caught like that. If it was possible, yeah. For pros to get caught with the right hand. I mean, you see it all the time. When was the last time you saw someone get caught with that? Okay. The best example would probably be, but it's a lower level dude, but there is one example of it. It's a lottery shot is the point though. Very rare. Munguia versus Bruno Soares. Again, lower level type dudes anyway, and they're not even world champions. That's the most recent time. You don't catch people with them shots. They're lottery shots. They're not something you try and... It's certainly not something you spam. So Conor Benn, he talked a lot, man. He didn't really want to get at it. That's why he got molly-whopped on the ropes. Chris's legs was finished, and he got slapped half to death by Chris on the ropes. After we heard about Chris, Ben was saying, Chris, meet me in the centre of the ring. Well, how about I'll put you on the rope, see what we're going to do there. Meet me in the centre of the ring. How about I'll stick you on the rope, you can't get off. All silly looking and shit. Come on, bro. You're supposed to be the young bull. You got slapped half to death. Stop telling these silly stories about you broke his jaw. Yeah, you got slapped up, is what you did. And you was headbutting. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like for the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it. Bah!